You sit in the darkness, not for a moment, not for a night. You have always been here. You don't need to open your eyes. You don't need to move. You don't need a body to exist. You know. You feel it in the way the air thickens, in the way silence stretches just a little too long, in the way something unseen shifts when no one is looking. You are not alone. You are never alone. Because you are the thing that makes alone impossible. You are in the corner, not just one corner, every corner, the one behind the wardrobe, the one near the ceiling where the light doesn't quite reach, the one that exists only when the room goes dark. You are under the bed, between the dust, between forgotten things, between the last place anyone dares to look. You are in the folds of the curtain, in the crack of the wall, in the space between one breath and the next. You are not a visitor. You were never invited. You do not need permission. You are the reason fear exists at all. You cannot be seen, not directly, not fully, but you feel everything. You feel the trembling of a small body under a blanket. You feel the damp warmth of fear soaking into fabric. You feel the silent, desperate attempt not to cry, because crying might make it worse. You taste it. Fear, sharp, warm, alive. It fills the room like invisible smoke. It seeps into the walls. It lingers in the air long after the lights are turned on. Fear is not something you chase. Fear is what sustains you. Fear is your air. And you breathe, slowly, deeply, endlessly. Babadook. Your birth was not an event. There was no beginning in the way humans understand beginnings. No mother, no heartbeat, no first cry. Only absence, only pressure, only something waiting to be noticed. You existed as a possibility, as a fracture, as something unfinished. Until the moment reality cracked. It was a small crack, barely visible. A shift in something that should never shift. An old house stood there, quiet, tired, holding too many years inside its walls. The wood remembered footsteps. The walls remembered voices. The air remembered things no one spoke about anymore. And inside that house, there was a book. It waited. Not openly, not obviously. It did not call out. It simply existed. On a shelf no one used, under dust that no one cleaned, between objects that no one remembered placing here. Black. Not just in color, but in presence. The kind of black that absorbs attention. The kind of black that feels like it is looking back. Its pages were wrong, cut, layered, shaped into something that was not meant to be comfortable. Letters that twisted, words that lingered, sentences that felt heavier than they should. It was not a book meant to be read, but it was a book that needed to be read, and one day it was. A child's hands, small, curious, unaware. He opens it, slowly. The pages move, not like paper, like something breathing, and then the words are spoken, not loudly, not clearly, but enough, more than enough. You were not born, you were assembled. Each word gave you shape, each sound gave you direction, each pause gave you space to grow. You formed in pieces, a shadow first, then a suggestion, then something that could almost be recognized. You were incomplete, but you were becoming. At first, you were weak. So weak you could barely exist between moments. You flickered, you slipped. You vanished the moment attention sharpened. You were a shadow without weight, a sound without source, a presence without proof. You could do nothing except watch. And you watched. The child, always the child. He lies in bed, eyes open, not moving, listening. You feel his heartbeat, fast, uneven. You feel the way he tries to slow his breathing, pretending to sleep. You feel the moment he decides not to look, because looking would make it real. But he already knows. He doesn't understand. He doesn't have words, but he knows. And that knowing feeds you. His imagination fills the gaps you cannot fill yourself. Where you are incomplete, he completes you. Where you are vague, he sharpens you. You learn from him. You copy. You adapt. You try sound. A small shift. Wood against wood. A quiet creak. He hears it. Freezes. You wait. Then again. A little louder. A whisper this time. Not words. Just presence. Then a knock. Silence. Another knock. Closer. He pulls the blanket tighter, and in that moment, you grow. Days pass. Nights stretch longer. You become more stable, more present. You begin to understand something important. You do not need to rush. Fear grows better. Slowly, you begin to play. The door, just slightly open. Was it like that before, he thinks? He doubts. He looks again. It's closed now. The chair, there are clothes on it. They look different tonight, taller, wider, almost like... No, he looks away, looks back. Just clothes. The shadow. It doesn't match the light. It bends where it shouldn't. It moves when nothing else does. You are careful, precise, patient. The child tells the mother. She listens. But not really. She nods. She sighs. She says it's just imagination. She is tired. Too tired to believe. Too tired to look into the dark and question it. But one night, she does look, just for a second. And that is enough. Now you are with her too. She doesn't notice at first, not consciously. But something changes. Sleep becomes shallow. Dreams become heavier. The silence in the house feels occupied. You whisper, very softly, at the edge of hearing, at the edge of thought. She turns in bed, wakes, listens. Nothing. But not nothing. Never nothing. You press. Not violently, not suddenly, but constantly. A sound during the day, a flicker on the screen, a shape in the reflection, something always slightly off. The book returns. It should not be there. She threw it away. She remembers doing it. She remembers the relief. But now it is back. On the table, closed, waiting. She does not open it, at first. But she thinks about it, and thinking is enough. Because you are not a thing, you are an idea, and ideas do not stay contained. The house changes. The walls feel closer. The air feels heavier. Rooms feel smaller. Voices become sharper. Patience disappears. The child cries more. The mother shouts more. You stand between them, invisible, present, watching. You are almost complete, but not yet. They need to break, and so you push. Harder now. The whispers become clearer. The shadows become bolder. The distance between you disappears. She sees you, not fully, not clearly, but enough. Tall, too tall, black coat, long fingers, a smile that should not exist. She steps back. You step forward, not physically, but undeniably, and then she stops. She doesn't run. She looks, really looks, and something changes. You feel it instantly. This is new. This is wrong. There is no panic, no denial, only understanding. She sees you, and she does not look away. For the first time, you feel something you do not understand. Limitation. You try to expand, to fill the space, to take control. But something holds you, not force, not violence, awareness. You are pushed back, slowly, inevitably, into the dark, into the space below, the basement, cold, wet, silent. This is where you are now, not gone, never gone, contained. She comes, sometimes. She opens the door, carefully. She brings you something, not much, just enough. Fear, controlled, measured, you take it because you must. You are no longer free. You are no longer infinite. You are necessary. You sit in the darkness. You listen to the house above, footsteps, voices, life. So close, but not yours. You wait, because you understand now. It only takes one moment, one crack, one child, one story, one book, and you will rise again, slowly, quietly, inevitably. Ba, ba, Dook.